Hey everyone, I'm coming to you from Malta. This is my last day in Malta and I promised you a video to tell you a little bit more about what has been transpiring here. It has been a radical 2 weeks, and I mean radical not from like the 80s, like totally radical dude, I mean like radical. I had a really intense experience at the Divine Feminine Temples. I received incredible BodyTalk sessions while I'm here. I've received new tools and given sessions that were just mind-blowing. The list goes on and on. So I can't tell you all of it because I am still processing so much of it, but I want to tell you about something really amazing that happened to me that was just really rocking my world. I felt so connected to Source while I'm here. I mean, imagine being with 200 other healers who are vibrating in this really high level and who are doing this type of cutting edge work. It just brings a lot of stuff up. So it's been a really amazing experience. I'm so excited to get home and see you and share with you and get to continue my journey in my reality and see how all of this integrates. That's the most exciting part when you're doing such radical healing and transformation work. It's like, I can't wait to see what my life looks like now. The man that I'm in a relationship with said to me yesterday, he's like, I can't wait to meet you because you're just like a different person. And so can your complete entire life change in 2 weeks? Can you totally transform in 2 weeks? Yeah, apparently. I had this experience when I go to Brazil and I was really shocked by what came up for me in this 2 weeks in Malta. So I want to also just remind you that next week are my last healing circles and healing series for 2013, and I cannot wait to bring this new energy and these new tools and techniques to you. You may hear some drilling. Yeah, they decided to do some drilling in our hotel, but I got guidance to go ahead and do this video anyway, so we're just gonna surround ourselves with divine healing light. We're not even gonna hear that. Okay, so November 12th is my last healing circle of 2013. It is Manifest Your Most Kick-Ass Holiday Season Ever. I just recently started celebrating holidays after being raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and I've had some really interesting holiday experiences. And this year I was like, we're gonna go all the way. I really want this holiday season to just be epic and flow and be abundant so that we're really ending 2013 on a very high note. So if that sounds appealing to you, please register today. The emails already went out. Our healing matrix has already been created, and I can't wait to bring these new tools and techniques into the sessions. What we're learning is that as consciousness expands, and John, the founder of BodyTalk, continues to download these really incredible tools, we're able to go even deeper. And our formulas end up being more complex in terms of depth, but shorter because we're able to get to more quickly. So the average BodyTalk session can be anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes when you're working with an advanced practitioner, and you're gonna go all the way. I've had some of my most powerful, one of my most powerful sessions was about 2.5 minutes, right? But if you have a healer who's vibrating in that level and really holding the space, miracles are possible. So it's really incredible. I cannot wait to get into our circle and see what comes up. Then we have the Be a Money Magnet 4-week healing series, which I am just like chomping at the bit to get into because we're gonna go so deep on this and really addressing the scarcity and the self-worth piece and deservedness and really stepping in and repairing our relationship with money. And that means repairing our relationship with ourselves. So it's really about being more of who we really are so that we can expand into the highest vibration possible. So if any of these things are appealing to you or your heart's resonating at any level, please register today. And all the emails have gone out, healing matrix is formed, the healing has already begun for those who have registered. And it's really exciting when we start shifting in these levels and really coming together in the collective is what I'm being guided to is really like the most powerful way for us to heal, the most accelerated way to heal. Because again, we're not just healing ourselves, we're healing the collective consciousness because we all are one, and so we're all working together. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, we have an opportunity in the Western world to really thrive like never before, and as we do that, we raise our vibration, which supports raising the vibration of the planet and human consciousness, which is no small feat, but it is, if we're here in this lifetime, it's what we're here to do. And especially if we're drawn to this work, it's what we're here to do. So join me in healing not only yourself, but the collective. As I go higher, we all go higher together, right? We're all working together on this. I got to spend a lot of time with one of my mentors in BodyTalk and just had so many amazing conversations with her that really grounded me and supported me in being even more clear about my path and my expansion and where I want to take my clients. She's taken me to so many amazing places, and it's just been so fun to do the same, and I really look forward to mentoring more people on my path as well. She's been doing this work for over 10 years, and it's just incredible to be in the presence of a true master of living this path. Okay, so enough about that. I want to tell you about what happened to me when I went to the Divine Feminine temples. So I really was very excited to see these temples. I was really excited to see something that has been here long before Jesus was even here. I'd never seen any piece of history that old. So I was really looking forward to it. I was really in a high vibration. I was feeling it. It felt great. When I went to the first temple, which was the site of fertility rituals, and was known as a religious sect. I believe it was over 7,000 years old, but I could be wrong. I felt like total heart opening. My heart was just like expanding. I couldn't even believe like what I was feeling. And I was in there, I was in the temple for a little bit, and my guidance was like, get out. These huge bees were flying around. I'm not a huge fan of bugs. You know, I'll talk to them and be like, okay, you need to leave me alone. But I'm not really a huge fan. So they started swirling around me, and I was like, okay, I need to go. So I got out of there, I walked down, saw the second temple, felt a lot of solar plexus energy. I actually took off my shoes when I was there and really grounded myself into the energy. Maybe not the best idea, I'm not sure. And after that, I noticed that I started feeling really tired, and I thought it was because I just need to eat something, right? Like, I'll be fine. So we go, we have lunch, and I'm telling you the long version of the story, but it's like there's so many things that happened that are just like, I can't even believe. Like, it was all divine, right? But I look back at it, it's like, oh yeah, I was led to this and then this. So we go to lunch, and I am like, I want to get these mushrooms. I don't even like mushrooms. I don't even know what this was about, right? So I did mushrooms in Malta, and it resulted in a total psychedelic trip, but they were not psychedelic mushrooms, I don't think. So we have the mushrooms. As I'm eating the mushrooms, I flash to a client of mine and a friend who posted on Facebook recently that he got food poisoning. Brian, you know who you are, right? So I'm eating the mushrooms, and I start hearing like food poisoning. I'm like, no, I'm being ridiculous. I don't even know why this is coming up. Like, this just doesn't even make sense. I mean, these guys at the hotel really want to be a part of this video. As you can tell, it was like totally quiet before I did the video, and it's been going in and out. Anyway, so for some reason, Brian's food poisoning story comes up for me, and I'm like, okay, weird. I keep eating the mushrooms because they are delicious. They're like a white wine and garlic, and they're amazing. But I notice after I eat the mushrooms, I don't feel so great. I have a salad after that, it's okay. I do a session on myself because I'm like, oh my God, if I get food poisoning, I'm gonna be so pissed, right? So I do a session on myself. I get like psychic pollution from the temples and from, not necessarily the temples, but from being around all these body talkers. There's 150 of us traipsing through, you know, Malta on a bus. It was kind of crazy. So it's psychic pollution and some other, I can't even remember what the other priority was. Tapped it out. I get up to go get back on the bus with everyone else, and my brain feels like it's going to explode. It was like there was like metal all over my head, and it was compressing on me. Then I noticed I am beet red, like from about here all the way to my neck, my back, splotchy, big red everywhere. And people are like, oh, you got sunburned. And I'm like, no, I did not get sunburned. There's so much heat in my head. My ears were like beet red. I was just hot, and I felt like I was gonna pass out. This does not happen to me, ever. I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on. Thank God I'm surrounded by body talkers, right? So I get on the bus, and I'm like, something's really wrong. My girlfriend, who's a body talker, does a session on me, comes up active memory, future events. I've got a lot of really exciting things that are happening right now for me with my career that are just all brewing. And so something came up around that, but I was like, this does not explain why it feels like someone is ripping my brain out of my head. Like, it hurts so bad. I don't get headaches. It's not something I deal with. So I just felt like I need to go back to my room and rest. So people are just like, whoa, you are so red. Like, it was scary how red I was. Like, my head, it was my heart chakra to my throat chakra, all the way up to the crown. So I come back to my room, and I'm like a little bit freaked out. I'm like, can you get serious food poisoning from mushrooms? Like, is this legit? And my guidance says, just sit and meditate. Holy wow, I'm covered in chills as I'm telling you this. So I sit and meditate right here for like 5 hours, okay? And I drop immediately into the meditation and I start being shown, I'm covered in chills right now. I start being shown my path. Like I start being shown like this is gonna happen and then this is gonna happen and it was incredible. And I'm just like, tears streaming down my face, like, oh my God, chills just like I'm feeling right now, chills and chills and chills. And I'm just like, holy shit, I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna be here with this. I'm probably in that first round of meditation for about 45 minutes to an hour. I get up to use the bathroom and all of the redness is gone. My head hurts just a little bit right here. It like needed to integrate, right? Like I got a huge flippin' download from going to those temples. These women, by the way, were amazing. They had like obese women photos everywhere, and they would like strap the men down and be like, okay, fertility ritual, let's do this. It was really incredible. These were really powerful women that were just like getting it done. They were here to procreate. So I go and then I start having a releasing process, which I will not bore you with, but got, my sick, but it was really a clearing and releasing. I would get up and go to the bathroom probably every 20 to 30 minutes. I would come back, sit in meditation. I did that for 5 hours and I cannot even tell you the things that came through and what happened. On a twin bed, like what 5-star hotel, by the way, has twin beds, right? Like, remember if you read The Quest, my twin bed experience in Brazil, I had another, I was stuck to this bed for like 5 hours and then that whole night, the whole next day. Incredible. I like cried, there was just so much happening. Then the next day, I'm feeling a lot better, feeling more grounded. I have a session because I think we're in our first day of class that next day, and I have a session from a body talker, and it's like, whoa, we need to integrate. You just got a massive download, and it was still having trouble fully integrating into my heart. So she did that session. I came back during the lunch break and I just felt like I need to move, I need to dance. So I started dancing and I was totally shown like that I'm gonna have a child. I was crying. Like, for those of you that know me, I've never had any desire to have a child ever. And when I was in Brazil, my guidance started telling me like, you're gonna have babies. And I was like, no, I'm not. Which is usually how I respond whenever I'm told that I'm gonna do things and I'm like, absolutely not. I was literally shown the birth, I was shown everything, and I'm just sobbing. My sign when I know that truth is coming through is covered in chills and tears. And that's what happened. I was shown some very specific images. I normally don't get images, but they've been coming in more and more of like very personal family things, like just so intense and powerful. And since then, I've been given like the next piece and the next piece and the next piece of not only what lies before me, but being shown also some pieces personally, more specifically between me and my father that still need to be healed. I was like, I did my work on my dad, like that shit is done. There's another layer that needed to come up and be looked at. And this whole being in this divine feminine energy just brought up all of this about childbirth and my career and part of like the sexual healing piece that I've been doing in my romance novels, and just all of this coming together in such a big way. And I'm just like, whoa. But I'm an Aries, I'm a doer, so I have no desire to have a child. My personality, the Heather personality, not interested, no thank you. But I'll tell you what, if that is what I have to do to heal my soul's karma and past life karma and support the healing of the world, I'm gonna motherfucking do it. I'm just like, I'm not gonna let this hold me back. If this is what I'm here to do, I'm gonna do it. So I don't know the how, I don't know how it's gonna all unfold, but I am being prepared. And this is how it works. So when we're connected to our higher self on a regular basis and we do things like, going away on retreat, or taking this time to really connect to the deeper part of ourselves. I have a daily meditation practice and I get guidance for my day to day. But it seems like when I go away to these holy sites and to these areas that really are a vortex, whether it's Brazil or Malta or Sedona or wherever else I might be led, I get incredible downloads that really help cement in what my purpose is. And so when we get this information, like my personality can say, I don't want that. I never wanted to write romance novels. Are you kidding me? Like never in a million years. Sexual healing, what are you talking about right now? And it's become like this huge part of my path. In 2 weeks, I do a course where I'm fully naked for the whole course. What? Right? I come here to Malta, I not only see where my purpose is taking me, but I'm shown I'm gonna have at least one little girl, possibly two. In Brazil I was told two. These are not things that my Heather personality wants anything to do with. But because I am so committed to this path and I'm doing my work, when the guidance comes in, I feel my soul's resonance, I'm gonna motherfucking do it. Like, I am not messing around in this lifetime. I didn't come here to fight and resist what my path is. And so if there's anything that you can take from this, besides hopefully the energy you're feeling that's being transmitted here, it's that really paying attention, that we need that deep spiritual practice. We need that time away to really connect to source on even deeper levels. Maximize the energy of something like an eclipse season, like what we just had, to really harvest and connect to your deeper truth, because that will allow you to go higher and higher and really experience a life beyond anything you imagine possible. Like, I never would have thought that I'd be having this life, like, let alone what I'm being shown is coming. Like, I'm just in awe of it. But I will be damned if I'm gonna let my conditioning and what I went through in my past and my childhood get in the way of my higher purpose. Like, it's not happening. You know, I'm really, really committed to that. I'm not gonna let it happen. And we see so many people that are defined by their wounds that can't let those traumas go. And I feel so blessed to have found BodyTalk. One of the new tools we were given over the course of this past week was about working specifically with our filters that are in our brain, are in our heart brain, in our digestive system, in the gut brain. I mean, this is really powerful work. And when we release those filters, we get more of that connection to who we really are. We get those messages and we can take action from that place. We cannot manifest anything that we're meant to have from our personality. We manifest when we are manifesting and connected to who we really are. And that's what this work is all about. So if you want to be more connected to who you really are and you're resonating with what I'm sharing with you, please join me next week, November 12th, for Manifest, the most kick-ass holiday season ever. We're going to end 2013 at the highest vibration possible. And then join us starting November 13th. This is all online. You can do both at a distance. And then November 13th is Be a Money Magnet. Again, we're eradicating this story of lack and scarcity and really stepping into who we really are, which is naturally abundant. So if any of this resonates for you, email me if you have questions. Otherwise, register online. Go to heatherstrang.com/BodyTalk and you'll see the classes or the healing circles. And I'm so excited to share with you. And I can't wait to see what happens next. And thank you for letting me share such vulnerable, intimate details about what's unfolding for me. It's just like, as things were happening about, you know, hour 3, I was like, I cannot wait to share this with my community. This is off the charts. Like, what was all of this gone from meditating? You know, it's like so incredible living in this world and being in the human body, but being so connected to spirit and source energy and like the integration of those two and what's possible, right? Because this is really what the human paradigm is shifting into, is like really being fully connected to spirit, whatever that looks like for you, and being in human form. So we get to enjoy all of the pleasures of being in human form, which there are so many: food, sex, love. I mean, there's just so much good stuff for us to enjoy here. But doing it while we're connected to who we really are. Like, the emotions that I've been feeling over this past 2 weeks have been deeper than I've ever felt before. I've never felt so much connection and joy and bliss, and as I go further and further on this path, I feel it deeper and deeper and deeper. And when the ugly stuff came up, you know, from my childhood with my dad, I felt that pain, right? I felt that pain as a little girl and like what that felt like to not feel loved by my father. And I just let it out, like sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. And I felt this cleansing of like, we've got to feel this stuff, right? We've got to feel the bliss. We've got to feel the pain. And in doing that, we radically shift, which radically shifts everyone around us, which radically that energy emanates into the world and supports the shifting of the human consciousness. I mean, this is big work we're doing. So I could go on and on about this because I'm so passionate about this path and doing this work, and I know that I'm living my purpose, and I know those of you that are resonating with this is part of your purpose and your path too, to really live from this place of spirit while being in human form and support the evolution of human consciousness so that we can all go higher and higher and higher and take the collective to a place that human beings have never been before. Pretty fucking cool, right? Okay, I love you so much. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for letting me share from my heart. And I'm so excited for all of us. For those of you that are resonating with this message, like, there's a reason, right? So we get to do this together, and I cannot wait to do more of it with you. So much love. Reach out at any time, and just know that I'm over here in Malta thinking about you. Mwah. Love you.